Good morning. Gray with a few breaks in the clouds for the sun to peek through, and that pretty tree across the street showing off its fall colors. Let's breathe together. Start with your posture, and if you're on your back in your bed, your feet uncrossed, place one hand on your belly and one on your chest so you can feel yourself breathe with your whole body. In a chair, sit bones planted firmly and feet flat on the floor, that narrow hip distance apart with the toes facing forward, your knees bent at 90 degrees. Lift your chest, tuck your chin back towards your neck. And pull the breath in through both nostrils. And feel the belly round up as you pull the breath down, and pull it down to where all the blood circulates and get the maximum benefit out of that in and out flow of the breath. Enriching your body with oxygen and picking up the carbon dioxide and toxins and exhaling and creating that balance. It's the balance that's so healthy. Balancing the in and the out. Good. And now as you bring the breath down and the belly rounds up, continue pulling it. And as the belly stays round across the rib cage, and pull in more and go all the way to the collarbones, 3 parts. And then let it go and release it and let it flow out. And your body lengthens and flattens as it flows out. Belly button moves back toward the spinal column, and then at the bottom you pull it in again. Both nostrils warming, humidifying, filtering the air as you pull it in. Rounding up, belly, ribs, chest. And then release it and let it flow out. Body gently lengthening and flattening. And now again, pull it in and round up, belly, ribs, chest, and at the top, 3 extra sniffs, and then let it go and let it flow out all the way to the bottom, and then 3 puffs, and do it again. Complete inhale, 3 parts all the way to the top, and then when you're full, give it 3 extra sniffs. And then exhale and let it go again. And all the way to the bottom. And 3 puffs. Good. Building our lung capacity gently over time. At the top, finding a little bit more that you can add, and at the bottom, letting go of a little bit more. And gently increasing your lung capacity. Good. And now begin to move and wake everything up. Start with your feet and wiggle your toes. Point your feet, point the toes, and then pull the toes back and push the heels away from the body. And now add the breath to it. Point your toes and squeeze your feet. and hold the tension for 3 breaths. And then release the tension. And now push your heels away from your body and pull your toes back. Check your feet. See if you can get your feet perfectly lined up so the big toes are pointing right up at the ceiling, not out to the side, but straight up, and pull the feet back for 3 breaths. Good. Now bounce your knees up and down. And then push the back of the knees into the floor of the bed or the chair. And hold for 3 breaths. And when your 3 breaths are complete, release the tension in your knees and your legs. Good. Now continue up your body and come to your hips and squeeze your bottom as tight as you can squeeze it. Just squeeze your buttocks and make it so tight, and hold the tension. And hold the tension for the 3 breaths. Focus to keep the body relaxed enough to keep the soft belly and the gentle breath coming in while maintaining tension in a specific part of the body. When you complete the 3 breaths, release your bottom. Let the buttocks go. And now bring your attention to your belly button, to your navel. And pull the belly button back as far as you can, making your belly tight. And then let it go. And then do it again, and this time hold it tight and notice what it's like to breathe with your belly tight. Important your belly being soft is to a deep breath. And when you finish 3 tight little breaths, let the belly go. And now let your belly get round as you pull the breath in. Soft and round, and the belly button pushes forward. And then follow it back on the exhale as it moves back toward the spinal column. Good. Now bring your attention to your shoulders. Inhale your left shoulder up. And exhale it down. And now inhale the right shoulder up. And exhale it down. And now inhale both shoulders up. Squeeze them as tight as you can get them. And now keep breathing. And trying to combine the softness of the belly on the breath with the tension in the shoulders. And See if you can take 3 complete breaths with the shoulders tight and the belly rounding up on the inhale and flowing back down on the exhale. And when the 3 breaths are complete, release your shoulders. And notice how good it feels to let it go. Do your shoulders again. Inhale them up and squeeze them. And keep breathing up here at the top. And then release and let them go and feel how good it feels to let go. Good. Now bring your attention to your nose. And begin to move your nose in a circle. And start in a clockwise direction. And guide it with your breath. And make the circle just the right size for your head and neck. Necks are delicate, so we're gentle. And breathe. Breathe the nose around in a circle. And then pause and go the opposite direction. And breathe the nose in the opposite direction. Circling. Notice the tension in your cheeks and release it. Notice the tension in your eyes and release it. And keep drawing your circle back to center and release. And quietly for a moment, continuing the breath, pulling it in through both nostrils and rounding up. And letting it go as the body lengthens and flattens. And now let's do the breath that they did the research on, that they found was so helpful with stress, not only in the practice, but after the practice and throughout the 24-hour time period, that had an impact on our stress response. And the practice is pull the air in your big, deep breath, rounding up, and at the top, the 3 sniffs to get all the air in. And then the exhale, drop the jaw, stick the tongue out, and a loud sigh. And do it again. Pull the air in all the way, and at the very top, 3 extra sniffs. And then the loud sigh. And continue. Breathing, filling all the way to the top, and then letting go. Good. Keep going. And maybe stay even a little longer. Or maybe use this breath during the day. Find yourself in a position where you're like, yikes, I could use a good sigh. And pull the breath in and take the 3 sniffs and then release with the sigh. And may the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Have a great day.